Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing today? You guys are doing great, yeah? It's good to see you. I love it when young people um, are invested or invest their time in learning um, beyond entertaining. I know we live in a TikTok generation. How many people here are on LinkedIn? You're on LinkedIn. And you're very active on LinkedIn. Okay, it's awesome. It's a great. You know what? If you could reduce the levels here, everybody can hear me, right? Okay, awesome. All right, so I love to tell my story. I love to tell my story, and the reason why I do that is when I was in university, I studied engineering, by the way, electrical engineering. Engineering people, how far? Engineers no there. All right. So when I was in school, I had a lecturer who, 3 out of 5 times in class, he would say, "The secret of a man is in his stories." So it became an emblem. We always, anytime we see him, we'd be like, Dr. JJ, the secret of a man is in his stories. And he usually tells us his stories. And that made me to pay attention or pick interest in learning autobiographies or even biographies of other, or even biographies. I just love hearing people's stories because that is where you will see application of principles. Some people do things and they don't know that they are living out a particular principle. Do you understand? It happens. I mean, you didn't learn about the law of gravity before you started using it. Is that all right? So there's some things you do that you don't know that you're living out a principle. And one way you can learn how people act, how people animate principles is by hearing their stories. Is that fine? I'm going to tell you my story and also bring out some virtues that I think would be useful for you from my story. So I'm a very lazy person. I don't like stress. I don't like to disturb myself. Sure you get. I don't like disturbing myself. So when I was in the university, I didn't enjoy the fact that our school, I went to FUTA by the way, and I didn't enjoy the fact that our school wasn't incorporating technology well enough. Why can't we have virtual classes? Why must I wake up 7 o'clock in the morning to go to class? It was stressful for me. And I knew it was possible, right? So that made me to be like, I don't think I'm ever going to have, ever going to live my life in a stereotype kind of way where I wake up early in the morning to go to work, do a set of activities that somebody is controlling me to do. And so since then, I've had that impression in my heart that I want to explore my laziness. So in engineering, there are two, in my own school, I don't know about Unilearning, but in my school, there are two industrial training sections you do. So the first one is when you're in 300 level, you do a 3-month attachment with a company, and then when you're in 400 level, you do a 6-month attachment with a company. So my 3-month attachment, I went to Abuja. I shall use one of my friends' network to try enter one company in Abuja. So we went there. I was very angry. Do you know why? We'll be required to be at work by 8 o'clock in the morning. And once you sign in at work, you go to your department, you gist from morning till afternoon, till evening when you're going back home. No productivity. Nothing. And you will see people that have been working in that company for years. It's a federal government company. So you see people that have been working there for years, and you know they've built houses, they have cars, they don't do anything. I was so angry. Now it got worse because the company was at Jabi. If you know Abuja West, was at Jabi. I was living in Lugbe. So I would jump, God. I would jump on bus, do all the wala to get to work and not do anything, just sign, register. I said, no, I don't want to live this kind of life. So my second IT, I was working in a construction company. And we get there, our bosses have already fixed everything they wanted to do for the day. Our own is just to, we shall be there and be watching. I was like, no, my laziness will not allow me to live this kind of life and survive. So I told myself, I must find something that I can do in the confine of my bedroom and to be impactful, and I'm going to make a lot of money. So that's how I started thinking of freelancing. So I stumbled on a website called freelancers.com, that time, freelancers.com. But on that site, all that was there was just website design, software development, and all those things. And I was like, am I going to have to go and learn all these skills again? Can't I deliver music products online? All this while, I'm talking, social media has not been so popular like this. So I found Fiverr. So when I found Fiverr, I realized that I could, in my space, in my house, cook up beats, record, do stuff, send it as far as it is deliverable in soft copy. It can be sent through the internet. We'll make it happen. And that was how I built a company, a six-figure dollar company from my bedroom. All right, so it all started because I was what? Because I was lazy. Now, I don't know what your definition of laziness, but my own definition of laziness, not doing what you are being, or let me put it this way. My definition of laziness is working at my own pace. You understand? I like to work at my pace with my own rules of engagement. So I needed to create something that can make that thrive because I know that is how I've been designed to thrive. I wasn't designed, my kind of person, I wasn't designed to, to be somebody else's slave. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I wanted to be my own boss. That's my definition of laziness. I didn't mean that I don't like work. I like work, but I don't like to work in places or in situations or conditions that is outside of my preferences. Is that fine? All right. So another thing I did was I looked at myself. What do I have? Since I was a child, I've always been a drummer, play drums in church. And then I was like, okay, what do I have that how can I make this product into something that I can market, into something that I can sell? And who is going to buy it? Who can afford to buy it and pay me what I can survive with? I realized that I cannot be selling to Nigerians. Because, okay, if I should ask you now that, how much do you think an average musician collects, like a drummer? Let's say, okay, Video's drummer, for example. Okay, this is a Christian gathering. Let's say Minister Johnson's drummer. How much do you think they pay? Don't forget that Minister Johnson doesn't charge you. He doesn't charge you. Sure, you know. It's ministry. So how do you think the musicians survive? Do you think they pay them well? Why do you think they pay them well? Somebody that doesn't charge. So how is this ministry making money to pay the musicians? You guys are clueless about it. I'm not going to tell you what happens on that side of, but I realized that the average musician in Nigeria, as at the time I was developing this thing, wasn't any much. Well, not any much. Actually, when I was in Abuja that time, that I went for my IT for that COS, I met with some of the respected musicians that were in Ilorin before that left for Abuja, that left with them Minister Johnson, that they are set. And I went to some of their houses. I wasn't impressed with what I saw. That's when I discovered that if I'm going to do it, I must do it in a way that I must be able to sell international audience, because the Nigerian audience don't place so much value on what I was in. Unlike now that musicians make a lot of money, then they didn't. And that was how I developed that inclination to go after myself, my dreams. Just a moment, please. So how did the entire journey, how did it move? Because you are talented or you are very good at what you do doesn't mean you are going to make money with it. Making money is understanding that your skill, your talent, your abilities can be turned into a business. They are not the same thing. I know drummers that can fire. When they play, I will pack my sticks, roll it, put it at the back of my pocket, and run. And they are broke. I know music producers that are fire. And they're broke. I know singers that can sing like an angel. And they're broke. It's one thing to have a skill. It's another thing to have a business or to create a business from a skill. And I'm going to give you some steps on how to do that. And one of the things I'm going to tell you is know how to recognize opportunities. You see, there are some people that will come to you, or there are some people that will need your services. And when you deliver your services to them, they might not give you the monetary value at that time. But that person that you are delivering service to, that person is an opportunity in human form. Oh, that happened to me. That happened to me. So I worked with someone that probably paid me maybe $20, $30 to record drums on a song. And that one person, just from that one person alone, I've made over $300,000 from that one person. Not directly from him. Are you getting what I'm saying? So know how to recognize opportunities. When I was told about Fiverr, for example, I didn't. Of course, I knew that this is an opportunity to express my laziness because I can deliver across the world. But I didn't see the potential because at that time nobody around was doing it. So I felt, Fiverr, what's that? But then something just happened to me one day, and I went to Fiverr, and I saw people on Fiverr, human beings on Fiverr, that have 5,000 reviews. They are human beings now. They deliver 5,000 jobs. Let's even say that per job, they are making $5 per job. Do the math. That's a lot of money. So I saw an opportunity, and I plunked into it. You know the funniest thing? I joined Fiverr, and for 6 months while I was on Fiverr, I didn't make a sale. One sale. I did not make one single sale. But I knew that this thing had potential to change my life, so I did not stop. I get what I'm saying? So if you're a skilled person, or no matter how good you are, don't think that the only thing that can project your work out there is your skill. Know how to recognize opportunities, either through concepts or in human form. Are you with me? Know how to do what? Recognize opportunities. Some of you, some investment opportunities will come your way, but because it doesn't look like what you're expecting, you miss out on those opportunities. You will hear, I don't know about you, but my dad used to tell me that, that time that they were selling tanker land, he had the opportunity to buy land for cheap in tanker. That time, Millionaire had not blown up. And, they were like, it's a bush now. She bush de tanker now. Bush no de tanker now. And he was just telling me that so that I will not miss certain opportunities. Know how to recognize opportunities. Also know how to upsell. What did I say? Upsell. Upselling is adding more skills to your basic skill. So for example, basically I'm a drummer, Abi, but I did not stop there. From being a drummer, I went into music production, I went into audio engineering, I went into consulting. As a matter of fact, I think in that section of my life, drumming makes me the least money now. It was making me the most money before, but now it makes me the least money. Why? I upsell my skills. So I've added layers on top of what I know. Let's give an example of a fashion designer. Okay, you design your stuff, you get a tailor to sew it and all of that. Can you take it a notch higher? What can you add? What value can you add to it? Are you getting what I'm saying now? You are selling a particular product. Is that all that is possible with that product? Have you explored all the possibilities? You are in entertainment. I met one of the obunges of entertainment in Ilorin. And when I went to meet him, I was like, bros, when you started, you be events and all of that. Now you own a hotel. Yeah. It was like, if you want to do entertainment, you cannot say you are champion of one corner. You have to keep upselling. So don't stay comfortable with, see, it is dangerous. It is dangerous when you are comfortable. If your business is going fine, without, you know when you have those situations where your heart is pumping fast, that's good. When you have clients that are rejecting jobs, that are rejecting your deliveries, that's good. It means that you need to add more value. Are you with me? All right, so upsell. The other thing I did was to reorientate my mindset, consistently reorientating myself. So what that does is that you create a new version of yourself every time. You consistently reorientate yourself. That is, you review your steps, your processes, you review them again and again and again to ensure that they are not becoming redundant. What worked yesterday will not work today. Are you with me? There are some things you've done that have gotten you to where you are. Chances are that if you're going to go beyond where you are, you need to do other things. What I did to get me to a point of having a lot of clients on Fiverr might not translate to me getting clients off Fiverr. What I would do to attract my clients might not translate to what I would do to attract a foreign client. So you need to consistently reorientate yourself. Are you with me? Don't think that what you know right now, even though it's working well, will continue to work. It might not continue to work. Some of you do businesses that can sell to students at the moment. Are you going to keep staying with students? By the time you want to sell to people that make higher income, you might need to reorganize your strategy, which means that what worked before might not work for where you are going to. All right? Number 4, I have a particular approach to doing business, and it is that if you're a client and you walk into my space, you must buy. You will buy. Even if I'm not going to make profit, you will buy. I don't lose leads. You know what leads are, right? I don't lose leads. So I learned that from our Southeastern brothers, the Igbo brothers. If you're Igbo here, okay, Igbo, yeah. So I learned that from them. If you go to post office and you want to buy a t-shirt, you enter this guy's shop, and he doesn't have the particular shirt you want. He will tell you to sit down. Abi? He will now go to his friend that has the shirt. Whatever deal he has with that friend, concern you. You won't be say, you bought this shirt not with his friend, you bought it in his shop, but he didn't have it in stock. They don't lose leads. I don't know about it's been long I went to the trenches to buy stuff, but that time, if you enter post office, they will be dragged. Like they will hold you, like they own you, like bros. You even feel offended if you are about to leave them because you feel like you have worked hard to get my attention. They don't lose leads. Some of you people, you have online business and they will message you on Instagram. You won't reply for 3 days. You are claiming busy. Don't lose leads. See, the fact that they messaged you means they have interest. Interest is the only seed you need. That's it. Now, that Igbo brother that went to get the shirt from his friend, he might not make profit that day, but he made a sale. He made a sale, which means that he's hoping that he has given you an impression such that when you come back, you recognize his shop and come back to his shop, and then you will make profit that time. I don't lose leads, and I'm advising you not to. Whoever picks interest in your stuff, You see, I watched a video of Visu, and he said He gave a practical example on how not to lose leads even when they don't have your type of budget. So this is what he did. Imagine somebody comes to your shop and they want to, maybe you do makeup. That's the example he actually gave. So the person came to do makeup and your rate, the person is like, it is too expensive. Why are you charging so much? Instead of you saying that, no, I cannot go lower than that, why not paint a picture of possibilities to the person? So what he did was he asked the lady in the video that, so what program are you going for? That one said she was going for a wedding. So the wedding you are going for, is your ex coming to the wedding? She said yes. Don't you want your ex to look to be jealous because of the way you look? So he painted a picture, changed the narrative. Because, see, people might behave to you as if they don't have a budget. They do. They can afford your service. Depends on how you look at it. Depends on how you can paint a picture. Make sure you make a sale or should I say, okay, maybe not making a sale, but don't lose your leads. If they don't buy now, put an impression in them that will make them buy later. Are you with me? Then number 5, I value traffic higher than bulk or higher than net revenue. I value traffic higher than net revenue. I still learned that from the Igbo brothers. So let me do a very simple math for you. Let's say you have a product that you are making a profit of 100,000 naira from. And you have another product that you are making a profit of maybe 10,000 naira from. And then you realize that the product you are making less profit on, you can sell higher number of the product. I'll put attention on that. That's how I actually built my Fiverr brand. So when I started up on Fiverr, many of my friends that joined Fiverr, they were charging $50 to record drums. I'm talking about 2018. You are a Nigerian. You think people care about, you're charging $50. Americans say they charge $20, you're charging $50. They'll be like, bro, I've been on this thing 1 year, 2 years, I'm not having sales. And me, charging $5, $10, I was having hundreds of sales. It wasn't costing me anything, just time. I had time now. Broke people know they get time. I had time. By the time you look back, I have almost 100 reviews. He has reviews. He's making more money per time, but over a long period of time, I made more money than him. So I value traffic. Are you getting me now? I value traffic. That Igbo brother you are seeing, they might not make. Have you ever seen, or have you ever analyzed why in the market, the Igbo part of the market, they get more sales than our Yoruba part? The Yoruba person, if you go to him, or even the Hausa guys, the Yoruba person, if you go to him, you say, how much is this pepper? He will tell you this, how much if you go last, if you go past this level. The Hausa guy will tell you that, Ajia, we are conquering. Why the Yoruba man still has his market in front of him all day? The other people, they don't sell everything where they their front. They didn't make a lot of profit per sale, but cumulatively, and of course, there's traffic. See, once your business starts to make better traffic, you will be gingered. That fire will come when you put something and it's selling. If you're not making a lot of money per time, the fact that it is selling, and then what happens is that people will begin to tell other people about what you're doing. Do you know what the selling point will be? They will say it's not expensive, but this is what will happen. Because you've already given the impression that you are not expensive, by the time you raise your price, they will still think that that price is still cheaper than other people's price. Are you with me? I value traffic. I don't joke with it. If I do any business that's not having traffic, I would rather close it down. You know? Traffic. So, I hope that some of this thing is making sense to you. Don't mind me, I'm not so much of, I don't talk to business people. I only talk to musicians, and so please forgive me if I'm not your regular speaker. Do you know about the subconscious mind? Has anybody done any study about the subconscious mind before? Anyone here? I can recommend a book for you. So I just want to be very sure of the title of the book. Just I know the title of the book is Power of the Subconscious Mind, but to get the exact name of the writer, is it not? Joseph Murphy, yeah. Joseph Murphy, Power of the Subconscious Mind. Your subconscious mind controls your life. And your subconscious mind is like 95% of your entire mental space. But it's subconscious, so it's not tangible. It's not something you can access. But it is the one that is controlling your life. And according to some scientists, they said that our subconscious mind, we trained it before we were 8 years old. That is, at the time you are 7 years old, your subconscious mind was already programmed. And let me prove it to you. Have you ever met an American before? Have you ever met an American, like you talked with an American before? You will notice that they don't think limitations most of the time. When you are talking, or maybe an American is far away, do you have any rich friend that grew up in a rich family? You know those people that they have swimming pool in their house when they were small? When you talk about expansion in their presence, they don't see it as a big deal. They don't know that they are doing it. They don't know that they are limitless in their thinking, but they are. Something happened, and it really, really shocked me. I have a 3-year-old boy. So we went to the grocery store, and we had a budget. Now something else won't go by. I saw this boy see toy car, red. No, it was orange race car. It's an orange race car, Dad. I want that orange race car. Now that race car was like maybe 5K. But I thought, I'm letting this boy get everything he wants. So I said, no, we can't afford it. Was a mistake. I shouldn't have said that. He said, okay, all right, Dad. So next time we went to the store, I didn't know that 3-year-olds have memory. Went to the store. So I now saw a race car. I was like, don't you like this? He said, but we can't afford it. He says, your father is a millionaire, he's a billionaire, in Jesus' name. We can afford anything. You see, already at 3 years old, he has been programmed by one activity, and if I don't pay attention to it, I will do a little bit more activities that will program his mind that there's a cap on everything. He wouldn't know how much that would affect him until he has a business that is doing well in Ilorin, and he cannot do beyond Ilorin. He cannot think outside of Nigeria. He cannot think global because he has a cap. It's a limitation on his mind. Many of us were brought up like that, is it not? Some of you are brought up. No, don't let me say some of you. Some of us, God. You will be better parents, in Jesus' name. Amen. But it's not the end of the world, even if we were brought up like that and our subconscious minds have been sealed in a way. It can still be reprogrammed. It can be what? It can be reprogrammed. For some of you, you think of money as an end. Some people see money as a means. That's why some of you, once you begin to make some small, you see all these Yahoo boys, they will cash out small money, they go and buy Benz. Squander, they will finish all the money they made in one day. See, it's a mindset thing. Money is an end to them. Money is a means to some people. It's all about the way the subconscious mind was programmed. I don't know why this is coming to my mind, but you won't really have proper wealth until you become a channel through which money passes. Have you ever seen a stagnant water before? It stinks, doesn't it? Exactly. Somebody say with me, I'm a flowing river. I'm a flowing river. All the resources you have, consider yourself a channel. Consider yourself a channel. If you have that mindset, abundance will begin to come your way. Because you won't hold things. You won't, if you have information, you won't be safeguarding the gatekeeping information. Some people gatekeep information. See, what is yours will be yours. I'm not saying that you should not have trade secrets. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that until you get to a point of influencing, to a point of impact, your wealth will be limited. And all of this happens because of the way our subconscious mind was programmed. That once you get something, keep it. When my Fiverr started picking up, people started asking, what are you doing to make money? I tell them, I'm on Fiverr. It's online. You can go and do it. I'll show you how to do it. You can go and do it. You know the funniest thing? Till today, there is nobody that I have introduced to Fiverr that I taught how to use Fiverr that has the same type of result I have on Fiverr. The sky is big. Huh? Be a what? A flowing river. What it does to you when you are a flowing river is that you always want to acquire more. It will open you up. That what you know now that you have taught, what you know now that you have shared, you know that thing will become redundant very soon. You will go for more. So you will have a continuous mindset, a progressive mindset. And having a progressive mindset is very key to wealth. Because that is when you will understand the power of collaborations, for example. Have you ever wondered why we don't have any company in Nigeria that is more than 150 years old? They said the oldest company in Nigeria is Alabukon Pharmaceuticals. And it's over 100 years. I don't know any other company. Do you know why? Once the founder dies, the company dies. Because of the mindset of Nami. You would think of, sorry if you're into politics here, I'm not teaching you how to steal. But I feel that our politicians that took our money, they should have done it in such a way that they will take money but set up stuff that will keep making money back. Is it not common sense? Now they've taken all the money, there's no money again. When Tinubu became president, our foreign reserve was 3 billion. Warren Buffett could buy Nigeria. That's why they removed subsidy. You didn't know that our country, one man can buy it. Because people were not continuous in their thinking. They were not progressive in their thinking. Not progressive. So the average African mindset, the average programming that we have in Africa is that comes, now me go chop and fry last. Do you know the black crab experiment? Do you know the black crab experiment? Let me tell you the black crab experiment. So they put black crabs in a bucket and white crabs in another bucket. All right? So as the crabs were in the bucket, all of them were struggling to get out of the bucket. Okay? Now, the white crab, one of them goes out. They didn't disturb it when it was going out. But when it goes out, it leaves a trail. Okay? Normally, all those kind of animals, they leave it. That's how they can communicate, they leave trails. So they followed the trail, and all of them went out, one after the other. But the black crab, as one is trying to go out, they are pulling him back. No, you go leave us for here. All of us go die for here today. Thank you. All right, thank you. Have a progressive mindset. That is how you can build something. You see, because it is small now, because your business is little now, does not mean it cannot be transgenerational. When Coca-Cola started, it started as one man providing a drink for people. Now Coca-Cola is the most popular name in the whole world apart from the name of Jesus. No, it's fact. I'm not making it up. Places where gospel never reach, Coca-Cola don't reach there. Places that phone has not gotten to, Coca-Cola is there. Because one man decided, or maybe not one man, but a group of people decided that they are going to make something that will be transgenerational. But when it started, it didn't start the big way it is now. It started with, regular stuff, the way every other business starts. Be transgenerational. Be progressive in your thinking. Be a flowing river. All right? The last thing I want to say before I leave here. Hope I've not lost you guys at any point, please. Thank you for staying with me on this. I wanted to talk about affirmations, and I saw that Isaac already showed you an affirmation it does. It also helps to reprogram your mind. You see, the way we are programmed, you will need to work very hard to break it. You will need to work very hard to break it. Some of us will make money, and the money will finish because of the way our subconscious was programmed. Have you ever studied why? Do you know that in America, the Jewish population of America is just like 2%, right? So let's say there are 100 million people in America, only 2 million are Jews. But out of those 2 million that are Jews, 30% of them are billionaires. It shock you? It's against the black community in America. Black Lives Matter people, no vessel. But the black community in America, once a black person begins to make money, they are going for the designers straight up. They buy the cars. Most of the advertisements for most of the flashy things in America, they advertise it to black Americans. They know the Jews will not buy it. If you are getting married in black America, they will do party. Everybody will, mad. But in the Jewish America, if a Jewish is getting married, you know what they give them? They don't give them China home appliance as gift to. Stocks. They give themselves stocks. You are getting married, I give you a stock in Apple as your wedding gift. So they have an abundance mentality. They have a transgenerational mentality. That's why even though they are very small, the kind of control, the kind of hold they have over the world, as against the black man, we don't have that kind of mentality. So for you to reprogram that mentality, you need to work very hard on it. And affirmations will help. And another thing that will help is try and condition your environment. Be around people that are also trying to break away from the subconscious that we all brought up in. And how will you know that? When you have small wins, your friends, your very close friends around you, how do they behave? Do they help you to squander it? You said yes. You better change your friends. Yes, you need to change your environment. See, environment is very important. If you can, travel around the world, right? But if you can't, condition your environment. Condition your environment. That thing that is in your hand that you think is small, the reason why you think it's small is because you've not seen the possibility of it being big somewhere else. Condition your environment. Condition your mind space. Control your gateways, your ears and your eyes, right? Some of you spend too much time on Netflix watching stuff that is just corrupting your mind. Do you know you can watch documentaries on Netflix? Do you know? You can actually watch documentaries and expose yourself, expose your mind. See people that have solved problems. How did they do it? Some people built America, and it is documented. The JP Morgans, it is documented. They built a system that for over 100 years has taken the whole world at our jugular like this. So please, condition your mind so that your mindset will not be limited to what you are brought up with. And I hope that with these few points of mine, I hope that you will not remain the same person you were before. I hope that your physical location, your geographical position will not determine your impact. Do you know one of the most frequent statements I get from strangers? When I tell them I'm in Ilorin, they will say, what? Ilorin care. That can be your portion too. That what you do will be so good, will be so impactful that people will not even believe your physical geographical location. All right, so I don't know if anyone has questions before I leave here now. Questions? Okay. Isaac, I don't know how they want to coordinate the questions, but I was told that the questions will be done the moment I'm done. I want to know how to organize the questions so that. Size here. Okay, let's just rough it. Yeah. Your question. Question is plenty. You have another mic so that everyone can hear. Okay, that's fine. Don't forget our quote. I'm a flowing river. I'm never at the same place twice. I didn't hear you say it. I'm a flowing river. I'm never at the same place twice. Exactly. Very powerful. Yeah, the questions, please. Maybe we'll count. Let's just take numbers and then we'll see how many we can do. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who else? 4 questions. Okay, let's start from the first one.
Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity.
Thank you.
So my question is almost like 2 questions.
Okay.
You were talking about, you said we should not lose leads in business. Yeah. And I've heard this kind of, I don't know if it's a principle, but people say like if you undercharge when you are trying to, like in your business, let's say I sell perfume and then I undercharge maybe like just 5,000 naira, and if I'm trying to sell to the first class citizens, if I undercharge, they might just feel like my business is low class and all that, and they will not be able to patronize me. They will not want to patronize because they'll feel like this thing is for low class people. So that's one of the reasons people like give high charges, high prices and all that. So like, is it okay to just increase your price, maybe just to attract some kind of customers, maybe first class customers? And the second one is it, in relating with your customers or with people that patronize you, is it okay to do some kind of, maybe go after them in, okay, I'm an online teacher and I've not really met my clients, but there's one of these clients that reached out to me and wanted me to, they have not reached out yet, but it's my client, she introduced me to her and talked about it, and she was like, she's going to reach out to me. But she didn't reach out to me because that lady that I'm already teaching her child, she told the other woman that my price is so and so. And so she increased the price for the lady. But I've not met the lady yet. So I don't know if it's okay for me to just go after the person. I don't want people to look like I'm chasing after customers, something like that.
Better chase after customers. See, there's no shame in making money.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wait, do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's no shame. There's no shame. Okay. I just want to establish that with you first. It's your business. Do you get?
Right,
you're the one providing the service. If you really know that the value you carry is really valuable, you will make noise. You understand? There's no shame in that. But I think I get what you're saying, that you don't also want to lose your relationship with the person that inflated your price.
Yes, sir.
So you're trying to, so you might need to play a diplomatic game. Okay, let me answer your first question about pricing. See, prices are not an entity on their own. They are attachments to prices. Packaging, for example. So you have a bottle of water, right? And you go to a shop there, you buy a bottle of water for 200 naira. You go to a restaurant, you buy it for 500. You go to Noctel, you buy it for 1,005. You go to a cool hotel, you buy it for 5K. It's the same bottle of water. It is in the same container, but in different environments. Do you understand? So it might be awkward for you to say you are putting premium price when your package is not premium. They will know you are fake. People that have money can tell. They can tell that this one are just, do you get? So I think you should grow to that point. Grow your business acumen, your marketing skills, your packaging gradually, and be adding layers. Okay, so I used to have a tailor, right? It's the same tailor, but his prices was changing over time. He's the same tailor. He has always been good. You understand? But then his prices they were changing. So when the first price wanted to change, what he did was he got a better material than he usually used to get. So it was like, this better material now, bros, you go add money, and then this thing will go up. And then it begins to go up because it is the same basic skill. It's the same basic product. But there are layers of packaging, layers of improvements, and it's still the same basic product. You know, you could sell a perfume and present it as if you are giving the person a gift. Like the person will feel like you are doing them a favor for. They paid money, but the way you, like the person I buy my perfumes from, once I call her that I want to get this stuff, do you have it? And then she'll let me know when she's ready to deliver it. When it is ready, I used to feel like a king. As in, the packaging is so I don't even negotiate. I just assume that whatever price she gives. And then over time, she has given me the impression that she is sincere. So I trust. So if you have built over time, if you built your client base, built trust, built integrity, and then you can begin to now add layers of packaging, and then you begin to attract high-paying clients. And then for that second one, madam, follow your money. Run after it. So we're only going to take 2 questions. So sorry.
Okay, thank you, sir, for the teachings. But I want to ask that, can you elaborate more on, like, money should be as a means and not an end? Like, I want you to elaborate more on it. I actually have a second question, but she has asked it already.
Okay. Okay, so when I say money should be a means, what I mean is that when money comes in, let me put it this way. Animate your money. Put life on it. Put life on it. And how do you do that? You can either convert the money into other things that will make more money. So let's say in your business, like for my own business now, I remember very well in 2019, my assistant, he hated me for it. Easy. Oh God. I had money. I didn't have a car. I wanted to buy a car. So I now saw a deal to buy some cymbals from Turkey. That was the price of the car I wanted to buy. Or a bit more expensive than the car I wanted to buy. So I didn't even think about it. I just paid straight. I went to the bank, paid. I need those cymbals from Turkey. When my assistant had, he fought me, like, he didn't come to the office. He fought me. He was like, bros, we need a car now. So I was investing back into my business. Now I have, some of my gears are the best gears you can find around because I kept investing back. That's how to animate the money. Apart from the other concepts like saving the money to invest, putting the money into other businesses, that's another way to make money a means. So don't see your income as a reward. I don't see it like that. I see it as extra fuel to cover more distance. And it will be easier if you do it this way, that you pay yourself separately. So you can, most business people, we chop our business money. We have all been there, it's okay. Don't feel guilty. But normally, it would be great to actually have a salary system for yourself, even though you are the owner of your business. All right? I believe that other speakers will even talk about that more deeply. I learned that very late. But the moment I learned it, it changed my life. So, animate your money. Don't make your money static. All right? Don't make your money static. And I really want to really put more emphasis on the fact that you should invest back into what is making that money for you. Make it robust. Make it so big that when you now want to start taking rewards, it might be in 10 years' time, but you will take huge rewards. You understand? All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for your time. God bless you.